Everybody, this is Throbby with Large Lads, and we have another tier list for you today. This one is going to be base builders / colony sims, and helping me make this list is Shokin.
Hey guys, it's me.
All right, and what we're ranking this on is obviously just our favorite games that are in that base builder colony sim genre. Kind of a thing to, I guess, mention is we're not including survival base building games. We kind of talked about whether or not we would add them. And we just kind of figured they'd be too different from all of the other games that are on here. So even games that I enjoy, like Valheim, Ark, Conan Exiles, and Shrouded, games like that won't be on this list. This is just kind of the colony sim kind of base builder, almost up to city builder, but not quite. Maybe some of these games kind of qualify as a base builder / city builder, colony sim / city builder, but generally we're trying to keep it on the smaller side.
That's our totally arbitrary list.
Totally arbitrary, yep. And then we'll have a bunch of visual aids pop up for all the different games, so expect to see trailers and whatnot in gameplay. While we're talking here, I'll try to bring back the tier list so you can see where we're placing them, and also we'll try to say where because I have when I edit some of these videos, I notice I'll say I think we should put it right here, and then we're all like here's good, and it's if you were just listening, you wouldn't actually know where we put it. So we'll try to say what tier and what we're going to put it in case you guys are only listening to the video. With all that being said, we also will drop it here on the screen right now. Our game Winter Reach Emporium, coming soon, is kind of a base builder in a way where you run a cozy fantasy medieval ski shop on a frozen mountain. So wishlist that now. And without any further ado, let's jump right into the list. Also, side note, I think I've played all these games. Shokin has not played all of these games, so there'll be a couple that I'll kind of have to just manhandle a little.
Yeah, we're going to give you total executive control over them, and I'll just have to trust you.
I love it. I work best with total executive control, I've noticed. So, all right, let's do it.
A supreme tyrant.
Yeah, I'm on my Henry VIII arc right now, so I got a couple things in the works. But for starts, speaking of Henry VIII, but a vibe is Clanfolk. So you haven't played Clanfolk, right?
I've not played Clanfolk.
It's a very RimWorld adjacent game. You basically have a clan. You have your family. You grow your family. You can mix with different clans, and then you have a base very similar to like the RimWorld kind of style base. The graphics are basically the exact same as RimWorld, so it's a very RimWorld style game.
Full era though, right?
Yes, but it's like got a Scottish kind of like a clan vibe to it. In my opinion, it's one of the weaker ones of this genre. I don't actually particularly care for it.
Yeah, and I like RimWorld. Everything else that's close to RimWorld but isn't RimWorld is normally I kind of put it below on the list anyway. RimWorld kind of kills off a lot of this types of games.
Yeah, there's two that are similar to RimWorld that I think are actually pretty good that are on this list. Actually, three really. One is really good too. Actually, I should say, but I would say Clanfolk is on the lower end of them, and I would almost put a D tier. Actually, I don't really care for Clanfolk much at all. I'd much rather play RimWorld. I'd much rather play one of the other RimWorld adjacent games on here as well. So I'd actually put it in D tier.
Hey, so, get it out of here! I've not even heard of the game. So this is
yeah, it was pretty. It was kind of it was obviously when it launched, it was popular, and it has good reviews. I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure there's some people who really like it. But for me, it's just not my favorite.
Indeed it is.
And up next, I put Frostpunk on here instead of Frostpunk 2. I've played both. I just played way more of the original Frostpunk. And granted, Frostpunk 2 has like much deeper and bigger mechanics. I kind of still prefer the first one. So that's the one we're going to go on. And you've played Frostpunk, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. It's I like Frostpunk. I like the civil the civil management. That's sort of like part of it. It's kind of like a smaller part than rather just building the heating and the resource management. But I do like the whole decision on whether you want to be like religious like autocrat or if you want to be like a tyrant. I like all of the cultural decisions, I guess, in Frostpunk.
Yeah. I like the I actually like the resource management, and I kind of also like how like you're kind of like destined to lose eventually.
Yeah,
So it almost gives like a roguelike kind of like vibe to it.
yeah.
Um,
Part of the story, I guess, is the hopelessness of it all. It's part of the
yeah,
point.
and I think it's pretty fun. I've played a lot of it, and it was good enough to get me to get the second one. So, I mean, that has to account for something, right?
Sure does. When we'll spend money on it, I mean.
Yeah, I would say I'm kind of leaning towards B tier for Frostpunk. I think it's good, but I've never probably played it for more than like an hour and a half at a time. And I feel like if it's a really good game, I should be able to sit on it for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm cool with Frostpunk being a B actually. There's some other ones up here that I think definitely belong above it. So
Yeah, and I actually might even think it could even be potentially lower depending on what it goes, because I think almost every other game on here I've had at least like 3 4 hour sittings of.
hmm
Um, but yeah, I would put it
that's true.
B for now, and it could even potentially be C. It is a good game though. Don't let me don't get
Yeah,
it wrong. These are the games that are on this list are ones that I
it's got some good competition to be
yeah,
fair.
everything we put on this list, I didn't put any big games that I thought were terrible on this list. So everything on this list I think is at least good. So D tier is like it's just a good game. So B tier is actually I would say it's pretty good. But up next we have a new one that we've just been recently playing is Songs of Six.
Song of Six, baby.
Yeah.
This is a really I think it's visually actually really cool. I like that. I like it's one of the better ones. Like with the passage of time, you can see your like world base city whatever develop in a really pretty way. Um, it's a 2D art style, whatever, so it's not like 3D like something like City Skylines. But I think they have a really good art style for what they're doing,
Yeah.
and it works. It actually runs really well. Like this is one of the ones I think it actually runs really good, regardless how many people you get.
Yeah, I will say, well, probably a disclaimer. We did include Dwarf Fortress. Neither of us are smart enough to figure it out. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's
um,
beyond our human mortal brains.
so
We're
if
not
you've
dwarves, so
if you've already commented it, sorry about that. But we don't have Dwarf Fortress on this list. We're too dumb. So,
too
um,
dumb.
but I think Song of Six is cool. I like that it's a fantasy style game. When I first saw it, I was actually kind of expecting it to be like a like ancient kind of like Sumerian kind of like, because that's like the vibe that like the art gives on like the cover and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But then when you play it and it's a fantasy style game, I think it's actually really cool. I think the systems make sense, and I like it a lot so far, and I think I'm going to end up playing a lot of it.
yeah. I like everything about Songs of Six except for the research system, because it's like normally when you play these sorts of games, research is like a linear progression. Like you get it and then it's got, then you can worry about the next thing.
Get it, and then
But
it's got.
Songs of Six, you have to actually maintain all of your research, and it is a drain on resources. It's a real drain on resources. So you can get to the point where maybe you go down a not optimal research path. You build your city to work off of this thing, and then you hit like a plateau or a roadblock because you just can't afford any more people to research anything to get any better, and your people are becoming upset because they're not eating whatever food they like because they're
Yeah.
spoiled, I guess. But it's actually challenging in that way. Maybe I'm just bad at the game for now, um, but it is really fun, and I think it's visually really good. It's one of the prettier of these sorts of games,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I think it's pretty good. I would say that the downside of this game is going to have to be we haven't played that much of it yet so far. I think I have 4 or 5 hours in it. I'm sure you have more.
I've got like 20 probably. I'm going to
20.
go like 20 hours.
Yeah, so we're actually funny enough. We're like a week into owning it at this point. So
Yeah, it maybe sort of inspired the list. It's a good game though.
yeah,
Really, really like Songs of Six.
my thing is like how high can I put it? Is it do I my if I base it on projection? I think I'm gonna enjoy it more than Frostpunk.
I'm enjoying it more than Frostpunk.
Okay, well fair enough. Okay, so B tier is fair. You think?
Yes, might even be at low A, depending on how the rest of this list goes. So we'll see.
Well,
I
actually,
top of B is cool with it for now, but
let's maybe do a little shake up here. I actually think Frostpunk could be C tier.
hey, good start.
Okay.
Kicking them down at the start. Yeah,
Yeah.
Frostpunk's down.
All right. Up next is Satisfactory, and I know you probably don't like this game for one specific reason because it's not another game of this genre. Have you played this?
I've watched a lot of Satisfactory. I've not played it, but I know enough about it. I mean,
It's fun, and it's very Factorio esque.
yeah, it's definitely 3D Factorio. maybe a bit shallower than Factorio, but
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
not really good like combat systems or anything like that, or
yeah. The coolest part of Satisfactory is that you get to build this giant mega factory,
yeah,
and you actually get to see it from a person's point of view.
yeah,
That
and
is the coolest part of Satisfactory.
and I'll say where I think this one actually has an edge over Satisfactory or Factorio. Sorry,
Hmm.
Factorio is, to me is actually kind of ugly.
Really?
I think it's actually really ugly. Like it's super ugly actually. And that's what turned me off from playing it for a really long time, is because I was like, this game is muddy, ugly, ick.
Yeah. Then
And
you played it and like,
Satisfactory
wait.
is really pretty. No,
That,
Factorio. No, I played Factorio then, and then I said it still actually is pretty ugly.
yeah, I agree.
Um,
Yeah.
but Satisfactory is actually really pretty.
Mhm.
Now, where do I think it belongs on this list? Probably
Being,
ahead of.
being pretty only counts for so much.
Well, it's still a good game.
Sure.
It's not as good as Frostpunk. It's probably better than Clanfolk.
Your question here is it better than Songs of Six? Are you gonna like
No,
Songs
no,
of
no, no,
Six
no, no,
more
no.
than
It's
that?
not
Though?
better than Frostpunk. I wouldn't say.
Not better than Frostpunk.
No, I would
Okay.
say it's. My question is it C tier or D tier?
Oh. Well, you know what my biggest issue with Satisfactory is that my friends are playing Satisfactory and I don't want to play it, so I don't get to play games with them. So that's what would make me put it in D tier, but that's actually an argument for it to be in C tier.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in C tier low key. I think there's probably one other game that would probably be D tier on this list for me.
Hmm.
And I probably would say it's this game to me is just better than that as well. So I'd probably put it in C tier.
In C tier it goes.
Yeah. All right, up next, Factorio.
Hey, this is a goat right here. I love
I think that
Factorio.
this is probably an S tier game.
Definitely an S tier game.
Yeah, Factorio obviously is super deep. It's really fun. It's ugly, like we just said.
Yeah, you think it's ugly.
This game,
I
nobody
love
thinks this game
Factorio.
looks good. Nobody thinks
Now,
this game looks
plenty of
good.
people think this game. Plenty of people look at this game and they're like, "Damn, that is so satisfying to
Oh,
see everything going and running perfectly." Yeah, I think you might be the minority actually on this one.
there's a difference between something being satisfying once you get it to work and being pretty. There's a difference between that.
I think that they could be the same in this specific setting.
I think it is probably S tier. Though. I would say it's
Yeah,
pretty handily S tier. This is this is probably the best automation game ever.
yeah. I mean, if this game were as easy to understand as it is, and you put it on an Excel spreadsheet, ugly, it would still be an S tier game because of how good the actual
Oh,
system is.
it's very
But,
good.
love
Up next, going medieval.
Factorio.
Have you played this?
Is this the one where you build your own castles?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you do.
I've seen some of Going Medieval.
It's actually very fun. I really actually like this game. It's to me, it's at least B tier. Like this is like a really fun game. It's got that
Is it a multiplayer game?
no.
Yeah, that's my issue, I guess.
None of these are. The only RimWorld, the
Well,
only reason because
Factorio is.
oh, true, yeah. I meant of these type of games. RimWorld
Yeah,
is
yeah.
because me and you had the mod. It's not actually, yeah.
That's accurate. That's true.
Um, I think it's really, really good. I think it's probably B tier good. I think it's probably like it's very RimWorld-esque, but it kind of has more of like a 3D vibe to it. Your village gets raided. There's not quite like the global system that there is in RimWorld though.
Mhm.
You're kind of more like confined to your area. So there's definitely
Yeah.
pros and cons.
I'm totally a castle guy. Any game where I actually get to build castles with some sort of detail, like those, I really like.
I think I would
Um,
probably say it's B tier right behind Song of Six.
B tier behind Song 6, but above Frostpunk. It's a big.
Oh
it's a
yeah,
big,
Going Medieval is
challenge.
really fun. I don't mean to pull up. Let's see. Okay, cool. How many hours do I have in Going Medieval? Probably a good amount. 30 hours.
It's a good amount of time.
It's a good amount of time for kind of like a game that's like another game. You know what I mean? So
It's true. That's true. Hey, if that's where you think it goes, that's where it goes.
I would probably
I'm not
say
gonna
I think
fight.
it's pretty good. I think it's one of the better like rip games. Not that it's a rip,
Mhm.
but I'm calling it a rip game. But like the better RimWorld games. I think it's probably one of
Sure.
the better ones.
Hey, man. It's locked in.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. All right, up next
Locked in a
is Banished. And now Banished, this is going to be a weird one because Low key, I don't know how much you know about like this kind of Banished thing, but have you played Banished?
No.
Okay, this would
Not played before.
probably be your Factorio equivalent to like the settlement manager game.
Oh, really? So, like, do you manage markets and stuff, or?
No, well, it's not even like a bunch of. It's more of just where it's like the OG, like the GOAT one, where it's like it's not like sure there's different games that do different things around its premise, but all of the games kind of like mirror this game.
Oh, okay.
But the difference with Banished that I think so say like with RimWorld you have Clanfolk, right? But RimWorld
Mhm.
is better. But I think with Banished you have those other games, and I think they're better than Banished. Like Final Frontier is very Banished, but I think it's way better than Banished. You know?
I know
Like yeah,
it's a
yeah.
I
Final Frontier is Clanfolk is what Clanfolk is to RimWorld, but that it's to that to Banished. The
yeah.
difference is obviously RimWorld's way better than
RimWorld's a better
Clanfolk,
one, yeah.
and then Final Frontier is actually way better than Banished.
Yeah. Well, it's good that the game actually improves upon the system rather than rips it off and makes it worse. But
Yeah. I think it's actually like I think it's like C tier low key. I would. Oh
man,
shit.
to go so far as to say this is like a sort of a like a genre making game, and then
No, I know that's my thing. Is like it is a genre maker, but at this point,
everything else has outscaled it. They've
yeah,
learned what
everything's
they
like
needed to from it.
yeah. I mean, and I'm not ranking this game based on like my perception of
That's
the day that it was released. I'm kind of like
yeah,
saying like
on how it is now. Yeah,
how it is now, yeah, and like there's no reason to play Banished anymore. I'll give it
that's pretty
some
good.
respect and not put it in D tier, but I would put it like here.
Hey, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, I mean I respect
Sometimes the
it.
passage of time is cruel to the games, man.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunate, but you got to be real sometimes.
Not to this game now.
Not to this game. Okay, RimWorld, because you do include the mods and stuff, because the modding community is part of the game.
Yeah, you're not. Most people don't play RimWorld with the intent of just playing the game. You get RimWorld knowing that you're gonna mod this heavily. It's the same with I guess Elder Scrolls in the modern day, at least five. But RimWorld is like even without the mods, this is still a really good
Oh
game.
yeah, yeah.
It's actually still a top tier game without the mods. The
Only
mods just kind of like
yeah.
make it so much better. Multiplayer is fun in RimWorld. If RimWorld had a built-in multiplayer system that functioned well, it would be like actually one of the like top 10 games of all time, maybe. But you know, that mod is a little bit shaky sometimes. But even without it, it's the best. It's like one of the best city Civ managers, Civ build, city builders, I guess, town builders, whatever base builder you want to call it. It's got a lot of systems, a lot of ways to play the game. It has a giant world, like a giant world map that you get to roll around on and have stories built off of. I like RimWorld. RimWorld's really good.
Yeah, I'm and I think this might be a point of disagreement for both of us. I think it's at the top of S tier.
Yeah.
I like it better than
Well, that-
Factorio.
I don't think I like it more than Factorio.
I think there's really only one downside for RimWorld, and I think Factorio is
It's the multiplayer.
no, it's gonna be the DLC.
Oh, the Factorio has DLC or the RimWorld has DLC? Oh, because
It has kind of a lot of DLC, and it's kind of expensive.
it is. It is expensive for all the RimWorld DLC.
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't put RimWorld above Factorio. I think Factorio is the better game, and I also think Factorio looks better. I think that I think as a single player experience, I like Factorio more, and as a multiplayer experience, I like Factorio more. I think it's actually built to work well with multiplayer.
All right, I will say I will put it behind Factorio.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I would say I like RimWorld better because I like the style of game better. I like the colony
Sure.
manager. Factorio is the automation game. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's like the best automation game. So in its genre, it's really good. But I personally think RimWorld, especially with a multiplayer mod that works well, is very good. But I'll
That's
put it behind
definitely
there
is true.
because it does have like flawless. Factorio does have like flawless mod integration. So,
Yeah,
all right.
that's good. I'll take it.
Up next, we have
Northgard.
Northgard. Okay, I'm gonna say, gonna say this. Northgard is fun.
Okay.
It's like, to me,
That doesn't sound like a good start. To be fair,
no, it's
it sounded like
fun.
a little.
It is a fun game. I played it once. I played through a playthrough, and I said, okay, that was really. Now, granted, I played it like when it first came out, so
Mhm.
um, I think it's like, I think it's bottom of D tier. Not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's not the. It's
Northgard
not that.
seems like a short-term game. It doesn't. It's not a
Yeah,
game you
it's
want
not
to
that
put a
great.
billion hours into. It's
Compared to
not.
everything on this list, if I could only, if I'm picking to only be able to play one of these games for the rest of my life,
It's not Northgard.
Northgard would be the last one I would pick.
That's a good place to be then.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Northgard. Up next is Furthest Frontier. And
Frontiers 4.
I think Furthest Frontier is really good, actually. I think it's like, let's see how many hours I have in this game, huh?
Man, Chance would like this game a lot.
39. 39 hours. Pretty good game.
That's a work week.
That's a full work
with hours.
week. I think it's a very good city builder, and of this style of game, it's probably like my favorite one. I would probably put it A tier.
Really? Wow, that's a pretty high call. It seems like sort of Anno-esque, right?
Yeah. But I would say it's better than Anno, obviously, as well. So,
Wow, being better than Anno, that's a whole almost a whole genre beater on its own.
some of the Annos, I should say. Like, I think like 1404, I played like way back in the day, and that was really fun. But like the 1800, like it's better than 1800. I would put it up here. I think it's the city settlement manager. Like we played. What is the one that we play? Kingdoms Reborn.
Kingdom Reborn.
It's better than Kingdoms Reborn. It's just not multiplayer. It's it's better though. It's definitely better. Like, it plays similar to that. It's just better than that without multiplayer.
I could totally believe it. As much as I like Kingdoms Reborn, I think it could use a little bit more depth. I think Kingdoms Reborn kind of looks prettier than this game though, but it could use more depth. That's for sure.
All right. Well, up next is Medieval Dynasty, which actually, funny enough, I think after this we should play either RimWorld or Medieval Dynasty. I'm pitching it now in video. So say what you will, but the fact that it's in contention to be played after we record this must account for something.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun. I think that it's a bit grindy at times, which is kind of like a downside. But it is really rewarding when you put a lot of time in, and then like you get like your village like started up, and you have like citizens doing their things, and then you have like a kid or whatever. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of fun to be had. It gives you a lot of control over how things are going to be built and where you want to build stuff. And there's a lot of value that's had in that. And it is a game that the more time you put into it, the more enjoyment you're going to get out of it. There's more to do when you have more stuff when you put it longer into it. That really the biggest downside to this game is the hours you need to put into it to get a lot of fun out of it.
Yeah.
But it is good. Like out of that, I did enjoy playing it. If we had a group of like 8 friends who wanted to play this like 2 hours a day, for like a few weeks, like that could be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue is that it does demand some investment if you really want to get far into the game.
Yeah. I think it's really good.
Do you think it's better than Songs of Six?
Based on the time that I've put into them, yes. How good do I think Song of Six will be? Probably maybe better than this, though.
That's what I was going to say. I think Songs of Six is probably a better game. I think I enjoy playing it.
I would probably put it...
I have more.
I would probably put it right here.
Yeah, right in the middle of B tier.
Yep, I think it's really fun. I like to play it. I think Song of Six just has way more depth, but it is a very fun game to play. All right,
fun game.
Up next is Manor Lords. This is another... Have you played this one?
I've watched you play a bit of Manor Lords.
This is another of those Furthest Frontier, Banished, kind of settlement, medieval village style managers.
Yeah.
Okay, what I will say is that this game is really pretty, but it kind of lacks in like the actual depth of a lot of the mechanics. But I think this is one of the few games where it looking so nice, like, isn't just like putting makeup on a pig. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Actually important to the game, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Like it looks so good that it actually improves the quality of the game in a funny way.
Yeah.
How much though? I wouldn't say the most. I think I've done a couple run throughs of Manor Lords. I don't think it's all that deep. I would actually borderline say going medieval is better, and I would probably say this is bottom of B tier, but it is a fun game.
Yeah, let's put it in the bottom of B tier. I've never like that's one of my issues with Manor Lords is I've looked at it and I've been like, yeah, I just don't know that I could see myself putting a whole lot of hours into it. I feel like it'd be a bit shallow, but
Yeah.
that's just my outside opinion.
Up next is Norland, and then this is the other Clanfolk, RimWorld, going medieval style game.
Yeah.
And this one is this one is good. This one is better than Clanfolk in my IMO, dare I say. Dare I say IMO? I think Norland is really fun. I think like the cool thing about Norland is it has kind of like some feudal mechanics where like you have like a king and then like you can like make different people in your settlement like different roles and ranks and make them nobles and all this kind of stuff. Kind of funny. There's like you can do public executions in this one. Like you can get like a gallows and like when you capture people, you can like schedule public executions for them.
Very important for a game like this, by the way.
It is.
I'm not taking your game seriously if I can't commit public executions upon evildoers.
Yeah, you make like alliances and you do marriages with other like kingdoms. It's actually a pretty good game. It's kind of like if you had like you know, RimWorld with like some like medieval diplomacy. Um,
It looks a little bit. I will say it looks a little bit like a an early 2000s like MMORPG like Maple Story or something. Looking down on it.
yeah. I would say Norland. Norland is actually pretty good. Is it better than going medieval?
That one's on you, man.
It's almost like a direct tie. I think they're both really good. I might put Norland.
From the outset, I'll say I would probably play Going Medieval before Norland because I think there's I've got less experience with those sorts of games and I want to try a little bit more new, you know.
Yeah. Well, boom, too easy. We'll put it ahead because I probably actually do think that Going Medieval's better.
Yeah.
Up next is Diplomacy is Not an Option. This is like a tower. It's almost like a tower defense game, but you have like a city settlement.
You build a giant castle city with farms and towers and armies, and you get spells and all sorts of stuff. It's not an incredibly deep game, but it is a resource manager game that you can quickly screw it up. It can challenge you. And one of the cool part of, I guess, Diplomacy is Not an Option is the sheer numbers of bad guys that will get thrown at you from every direction. It's cool to just drop meteorites on literally 20,000 models, you know.
I think
it's cool to make the scale that you can make the game.
Yeah, no, I think it's really fun. I mean, where it lacks and like, you know, I do like to have like a settlement that I can just play forever and ever and ever, and you don't really get that, at least how I play this game. Maybe there is a setting where
you've really got to micromanage max it to make it so that it'll win against anything. It is, but that's not really fun. I don't. That's not the fun part of Diplomacy is Not an Option, in my opinion. To some people, it is.
I actually think it's A tier. I think it's just really good.
It is a really good game. I think the problem is if Diplomacy is Not an Option was a full finished game, I think I would like it more than Songs of Six. But right now, I think I am going to enjoy Songs of Six more than Diplomacy is Not an Option.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, but I do think that's true.
Okay. Well, where do you think it should go?
I think we move Songs of Six up to A tier, and we put this at the top of B.
Fair enough.
Man, my long-term plan to get Songs of Six into A tier, it's finally coming to fruition.
All right. Up next and lastly is Prison Architect, and you said you have not played this, correct?
No, I've seen a little bit of it.
Prison Architect is a very fun game. You manage a prison. There's lots of DLC. It's really in depth. I enjoy it. It's not the greatest game. I'm actually really looking forward to Prison Architect 2, which is supposed to come out. Actually, I think I did a most anticipated games, and it was all my most anticipated games. I actually really am looking forward to this game. I would say the first one, though, is probably like, I would put it like here, based on how much I played it and how much fun I had. Sorry if you think it's way better. I mean, I guess like in the prison management genre, it's the absolute GOAT. But just
yeah.
over
In that very broad, deep pool of options, that one's it's the GOAT one there.
right.
Yeah, so Prison Architect being at the second place in C tier, I think that's where it fits because that's pretty. I would play it over all the four games that it's above right now. I certainly would pick it first.
Yeah.
I'd actually probably pick it above, play it before Norland and Manor Lords, but I don't know if it's going to be that good. I just know
Norland's fun. Norland's pretty fun. Norland is like Norland and Going Medieval are they are neck and neck. Like Norland is a very is a very fun RimWorld comp where it's like RimWorld if it was only medieval. It's actually pretty good.
I totally believe you.
Okay, well, here's the list. I kind of like where everything is. I feel pretty good about it. You think so?
No, this is good too. We got a pretty good balance here of stuff in between S and D. I think this is exactly pretty much right. All the games that I've played being high up on the list makes sense because I've got a really good taste in games before I even play them. You know, over everybody else in the world.
All right. Well, if you guys made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then also go wishlist Winterreach Emporium. It should be out in probably going to be out in February, potentially March at the latest. But go wishlist Winterreach Emporium. And I appreciate you guys watching.
Hey, see you guys next time.